wanted to become a content creator mom from scratch, this is exactly what I would do. Oh my God, we are doing this. Hello and welcome to A Mom Creates. My name is Anna and I am a stay-at-home, a travel-loving stay-at-home mom of 3 little ones. This is my very first YouTube video. I have zero experience shooting in this format, but because we're all in the vibe of doing things before you're ready, here I am. I've always wanted to create content in this format, and I am very excited about sharing about my own experience as a content creator mom and bringing you along. I've been a content creator, a full-time content creator for the last 2 years, and today I'm gonna share lots of tips with you on what to do, where to start, if this is something that you will love to do as well. Now that you're starting, you may have some questions like, is this even possible? Can I really do this as a mom? Can I do this with kids? Can this really be a full-time job that I can do? Can I have a creative job and really make money out of this? And the answer is yes. I had all those questions as well when I started. I had zero experience partnering with brands. I thought I needed to have a gigantic audience and that the only way to do this was as an influencer. And now I've learned so much about personal branding and how the core of your brand can open multiple streams of income. So there's so many ways for you to monetize your content, not necessarily as an influencer, but also as a UGC creator, selling your own digital products, monetizing your expertise. And the things that we're going to talk about today are going to be the base for making it happen. I started about 2 years ago, and in this journey, I've made more than $70,000 as a full-time content creator mom. And looking back, if I were to start, this is exactly what I would do. The first thing would be to decide the thing or a couple of things that you want to be known for. Think about the things that you love, the things that you feel passionate about, the things that people always come to you asking questions about. For example, in my case, I love traveling and I got very good at traveling with my kids, and then people around me started wanting to know how to do it as well. So think about things that maybe you have a lot of experience with. Something that can help you in this stage is also thinking about current life situations, things about your family that will help set you apart even more. For example, pregnancy, diabetes, the amount of kids that you have. There are specific things that you are living right now that not every single mom out there will be living, and these are things that you definitely want to highlight. A couple of months after I started partnering with brands, I became pregnant, and just the fact that I was a pregnant mom creator helped me land so many more deals because I had less competition. The fact that I am a type 1 diabetic, or that I have 3 kids, or that I speak Spanish, for example, are all things that help set me apart. What are those things that you could use to leverage your brand as a content creator? If you'd like to get more help on finding what it is that makes your creator mom brand truly unique, I have a free masterclass linked in the comment section below, so make sure you grab it right after you finish watching this video. Keep in mind that having clarity on the essence of your mom brand is what's gonna help you monetize it and build a movement in the long term. Now, the next thing that I would do if I have social media channels already, I would make it obvious, very obvious, that I am a creator. And you would not believe how many moms, how many people miss this step. There is no way brands are gonna know that you are a creator unless you tell them. So how can you make it easier for them to find you? Think about your bio. Think about the hashtags that you use, and also think about the content that you put out there. While you do want to create content that tells more of your story as a creator, this is where you share all of the things that we discovered in the previous steps. You also want to start posting content as if brands were already paying you. Think about the brands and products that you already use. Think about the places that you go. If these brands we're paying you for this content. How would this content look like? There is a slight lens switch when you are creating content for brands. You are no longer creating content just for you or necessarily just for your audience. You also have to take in consideration, what are the goals the brand has? Is it more sales? Is it visibility? Practice. Grab things that you already have, maybe your yoga mat, maybe the lotions that you use in the morning, maybe things that your kids use all the time. Why do you love them? How would you tell the story about these products in your content? Not only is it good practice, but it's also going to make your social media act as a live portfolio where brands can take a look and already see the type of work that you can do. Now, if you don't have any active social media channels, or if you want to start from scratch, I would do exactly the same. Forget about the amount of followers that you have or the amount of content that you have when you're starting. Brands don't necessarily care about the size of your audience. They are more so going to focus on the quality of your content, on the level of your skills, and these are the things that you want to put out there from the start. This brings me to the next step, which is if you were interested in accelerating brand partnerships, which I know you probably are, regardless of your social media accounts, of how much content you've created in the past, the single best way I would recommend is to start UGC. If this is the first time you're hearing about this, UGC stands for User Generated Content, and this is content that creators produce for brands for them to use on their own channels, either as organic content or as advertisement. Even if you started today, in about a month, you might as well could be working with your very first brand partners, but this is exactly what you're gonna do. Remember those content examples I gave you with the products and brands that you already use? So these videos that you're going to create, you're not only gonna have them for your social media now, you're going to collect them and you're gonna go straight to Canva and you're gonna search for a website template, and you're gonna turn this template into your UGC portfolio. I have a great resource, which is my UGC Creator Roadmap, and it's also linked down below. That's gonna give you more insights on what exactly to include in this portfolio. But the things that you want to make sure that are definitely included in there are your video samples, a little introduction. If you can do a video introduction, even better. Where you're located, the type of creator that you are, as in the niche in which you create content in. In my case, it would be things like travel and motherhood and wellness, things that I have experience in, things that I want to be known for. As a new content creator, I do recommend including your rates in your portfolio because this can potentially help you land your first deals. You want to make it easier for brands to want to hire you without adding so many steps. So if they have to reach out to you in order to find out how much you would charge, that may just be the reason why they decide to pick another creator. So since you're starting, you're gonna want to get experience fast, and putting your rates out there is definitely gonna help. And this brings me to make sure your contact information is clear and visible in that portfolio. You want to make it so easy for brands to email you, get in touch with you, and hire you and pay you and create content with you and all this good stuff. Now that your portfolio is ready, the next thing you can do is start joining UGC Platforms. You won't find the highest paying jobs there, but you will find jobs. And what you need is, again, experience fast. So you can start getting some reviews, some testimonials, some clients under your belt, some confidence, some experience, and then you can move into the next stage, which can include brand pitching and even receiving your very own inbound, meaning brands reaching out directly to you. Some platforms I would recommend you checking out are Join Brands, Trend, Below, Coley, Popular Pace, and a place where I would suggest you go right away, even right now, is X. There is a great community of UGC creators in X, and Once you start going in there, you're going to realize that there are people looking for UGC creators and people sharing their samples all the time. So this is the place where you want to go and start networking and start interacting with other creators and learning from what they're doing. And of course, this is where you want to start replying to some opportunities, sending your portfolio, and hopefully landing your very first paid clients. Something that you may find in X as well is the opportunity to partner with brands on a gifted exchange basis. And if you're starting out, I would say go for it. Even though you are not getting paid in cash, you are getting paid in experience. You're also hopefully getting awesome products in return. And the thing that I want you to focus on when you take on this gifted collabs, try to get testimonials, build these samples, give it your all. You want to make these samples really, really good, and then put them in your portfolio. This is going to be real experience. It's no longer going to be the samples that you did with things that you already had, but these are real brands that are wanting content that probably they're going to use in their socials, in their ads. And if you're able to get some analytics, meaning amount of views, amount of comments, amount of interactions in these videos, make sure you ask for those as well, because all of this are going to help build out your authority in your content creator portfolio. The last two things that I would do if I wanted to become a content creator mom from scratch are: first, ditch the beginner mindset. It is so easy to fall into the I am just starting out and I want everyone to know that I'm just starting out. I don't really know what I'm doing. Ditch the beginner mindset and lead with authority. That's why you practice. That's why you take on the gifted collabs. That's why you put yourself out there. The more you do it, the easier it's gonna feel. But keep this in mind when you are interacting with new creators, when you are reaching out to brands, when you are writing your introduction on what you know. Focus on building confidence and practice fast, and calibrate yourself to where you're going and not necessarily where you are right now. The very last thing is stay consistent, trust the journey, think about long-term results. You're in it for the long game, and the curve is a little steeper when you're starting, but once you're up there, things start moving fast pretty quick. When I started, my very first paid partnership was a $12 photograph. And I celebrated that so much because it was proof that there are brands out there who are willing to pay me for my content. Without that $12 partnership, I wouldn't have the $1,000, the $2,000 partnerships. I wouldn't have partnered with incredible brands like Allegiant Airlines and Amazon and Blue Bunny and Dazen. So trust the journey. Keep going. Let other mom creators like me be proof that you can do this as well. If you'd like to learn more about the content creation world as a mom, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would love to create more videos like this for you. Make sure to also follow me on social media on all of my channels, and make sure to check out all of the resources that I have down here for you. You are going to love them all. With that said, leave me any questions you have. Is there anything that you wish I would create more content of? Anything that you would love to know more about? Anything that you want to know about creating content for brands, balancing motherhood with business, and how to do it all as a rockstar mom? Leave it all in here and I'll be happy to create more videos for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video. Mwah.